With me is someone who is a well-known Chinese journalist. Welcome to WION. It's great to have you here
Thank
with
you.
WION and meet you here in Tianjin. We know that the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Chinese President have met. The second meeting in a gap of 1 year. How do you see the India-China relationship?
I think for this visit it is very important because everyone knows that this is his first visit in 7 years to China, and I think that has shown that both sides are going to reset this kind of relations. And we know before Prime Minister Modi's visit, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi has paid a visit to India and held talks with the Indian side, with the external minister and also the national security chief, and also with the Prime Minister. And both sides agreed to push forward the bilateral ties. So I think that is a good momentum. And with this kind of a strategic talk between the two head of the states and the two leaders, I think that would inject more momentum and more ministries, and they will have more talks. And we hope we can have some positive outcomes and in the bilateral ties, for example, for the visa issue, for the direct flights, and all other issues, and also for the economic cooperation.
And direct flights, of course, the announcement has been made. But in what your sense do you think are the areas of convergences between India and China? As a Chinese journalist, as someone who follows the relationship, if you can enumerate the areas where both sides can work together.
I think three issues just come into my mind, and I think first is for the industrial cooperation, because we have heard that India is pushing forward for this industrialization and is want to manufacture more, and that's the equipment part is one of the main dominant parts in the bilateral trade. And for the second part, I think is about the people-to-people exchange for tourism, because as you mentioned, that the two sides will resume the direct flights and also to have better facilitate the visa issue. So that will have kind of a boost. And we know China has opened its door and with grants more visa free and visa on arrival and more easier visa application. So I think it is a time for the tourism sectors to enhance, because we need more people, especially for the business, for tourist students.
You've been to India? You've been to India?
Not yet. I hope I have the opportunity to India to sightseeing, to New Delhi and to the southern tropical areas to experience the culture. So I think that will help people to have more direct understanding about each other. I think for the third, I think it's still about culture, because the Indian movie is also very popular here in China, and people love to watch that.
Which is your most popular Hindi movie?
I think the Three Idiots. We have talked with the editor in Beijing when he come for his the release of his movie here in China. So I think for this part is can be cooperated, because now we have the AI technology, and China in many parts for the studio, and we are doing this kind of upgradation. And in India we have the Bollywood, and in China we have the Hongdian. And I think on this term, with the high-tech driven parts, I think that will bring more culture to each other, and that will help the supply chains, industrial chains, cooperation more efficient and have more outcomes.
A lot of positive comments by you on how to go about the relationship. My last question to you is a simple question, but a short question that can be answered in any way possible by you. How do you see India's role in the world? Where do you see India in the world?
I think India's role is unique, is very important. Why I said it's important? Because we know both China and India are country with over 1.4 billion people. That is a huge proportion of the global population. So, and for India, you have very young generations. So that means you have a lot of potentials. So that is why I say it is very important. Why I say unique? Because for India, so from my understanding, although I didn't have the opportunity to visit India, you have your own local culture, but you can also have this kind of Western ideology, and also to have this kind of understanding about the Western culture. So that gave India kind of a unique influence in today's world. Especially, we know India is also very powerful in this region, and we also hope India could bring more positive contribution to today's world, and especially in terms of stability and regional governance and good neighborhood, and also about the climate change also, because India is also suffering from this one. Everybody is suffering from that. I think India could contribute its wisdom on this part.
Before I let you leave, I've already asked the last question. You mentioned Bollywood. Any favorite songs? And if yes, you need to sing for me.
Oh, ching dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Sounds like that.
I got your point.
I don't know how to read it in Hindi language, but I know the rhythm.
But that's the message of connectivity between the two large countries, two large economies. And as you said, India is a powerful nation, a message that comes from the very center of the world in many ways in the next 48 hours. That's Tianjin, that's going to host the SCO Summit. Sudhansibal for WION in Tianjin, China.